Alright, hello everybody. Don't have anything interesting to show right now as far as projects go. This video is going to be brief, and it's just going to discuss the things that are sitting here on this pallet. I'm interested in selling them, so I figured a little bit of YouTube advertising wouldn't hurt. So quickly I'll go through what we got here. Up in the corner here, this is a 1 horsepower General Electric motor. It's single phase, 120 or 240 volt. Again, that's 1 horsepower, single phase. And it's on this, looks like it's like an adapter here. Right now it's upside down. It's a multi-speed gearbox. That's a Turner multi-speed gearbox. This was sitting on top of that Fox horizontal milling machine that you saw from a few months ago. So it's not original to the machine. I don't have a use for it myself right now. I've got an electric motor and the drive setup that I need for that horizontal mill. So if somebody can use this as a unit, they're welcome to it. If I find somebody that needs it, I'll just, they can have that if they come and get it. So next up here is an Otc Onan Engine. Well, it's mostly a generator. So this is one of the early opposed twin Onans. They go by like the OTC model designation. I don't know what the exact model of this one is. This engine was originally coupled to a 120 volt single phase generator. What else can I say about it? The ignition coils had failed, which they often do apparently, and somebody had actually went through the trouble to make brand new coils. I didn't do this, somebody did. Brand new coils. They made an aluminum backing plate, but it looks like they had some issues. There's been like some machine work done on the cores here, the armature cores. So it doesn't have spark. It doesn't operate, or it has very, very weak spark. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the magnets in the flywheel need to be charged, but they seem fairly strong to me. So I happened to find another complete engine for, to replace this. It was actually a DC generator set. So I took the DC generator off of the other engine and put the AC generator on that good engine. So now what we're left with is a parts Onan Otc and a DC generator. This is a battery charging generator, so it's 6 and 12 volt output, not 120 volt output. So but as such, it is electric start. It does give you the ability to have electric start. So the engine looks pretty bare for parts right now. Most of the parts are in here: the flywheel, complete carburetor and intake, some assorted hardware, mounting hardware and such. The exhaust is, I have the exhaust pipe and the, or I should say the exhaust manifold and the fan housing, the flywheel housing, blower housing. So that would all go with it. It does turn over. Next is a Model Y Briggs & Stratton. Not too much to say about that. It does run well. I had this all apart, cleaned everything up, reassembled it, and I was going to originally make a very, very small, like a permanent magnet DC generator, which I actually bolted a small permanent magnet motor down there. And it's chain driven, and it does operate, does generate electricity, but I went in a different direction with the project. So Model Y Briggs here, I think it's like a 1934. So moving on along here, we have another Model Y Briggs. This is on a homemade, some kind of battery charging generator that I bought at a show years ago just because it was interesting. Something somebody made. There's like a little generator here. I don't know if they're using this as in the exciter generator, and then there's looks like a main battery charging generator, or maybe even a starter generator off some tractor or something. They've got a you know, 110-volt receptacle here, wired in. I'm guessing they're taking a DC voltage off of there for battery charging, and they got like a little homemade control panel with an ammeter, a couple, looks like that's a rheostat, a little switch, and some other little contraption here. I don't even know what this is. Looks like a cord end. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Huh, that's interesting. That's actually a plug. I've never taken that off before. I wonder what that could have been for. Who knows? But I've never tried to mess with it. It's always been kind of like a just an oddity that's been sitting on a shelf, just because it was interesting that somebody made it. Little homemade fuel tank here, you know. But I have no idea what the year this one is. It's pretty well all original. It's even got the little choke knob there. So I'd like to sell this. Somebody who either wants to make it run or see if it would run, or just put it on a shelf as a kind of an oddity like I did. The last two things are these two little units here. This one here, this is a little bit larger. These are motor generator sets. They run on 120 volt AC power, and they make 115 or 110 DC. Don't get them confused with a DC to AC generator. They are AC to DC. Basically, before the days of heavy solid state rectifiers or mercury rectifiers, before they really became common, you would have these units. So if you needed a fairly large amount of DC power for switching or communication or anything like that, rather than having a battery bank, you would have one of these units purring along in the corner somewhere. So it's pretty interesting. They even got little power takeoff shaft on this one here if you wanted to belt drive something else. This one doesn't have that. So they both operate. They're neat little things, but you know, I don't really have a use for them. So if you're on the East Coast and you're passing through New Jersey and you have an interest in any of this stuff, let me know, because if it doesn't sell, it's all going to go up to the Jacktown Swap Meet in May, which I know is a few months away, but you got to prepare early. So, thanks for watching.